Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah, amma ba'd. Good evening. It's the 9:32 news on this day, the 22nd of January, 2019. Welcome aboard the reactionary cruise ship. How's everyone? Hope you're all well. If there's anybody out there that can hear me, hope you're all well. Let me open a web browser. What should I look at? Yeah, if I go to my homepage on YouTube, my channel, I shall paste the link to the chat in here. Oh, look who it is. Father Sunglasses. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. أنا بخير والحمد لله. أخباركم أنتم؟ شلونك؟ كيف كان يومك? Oh, how was my day? My day was good, alhamdulillah. I've been indoors where it's nice and warm. Whilst outside it's cold, so I must be grateful. You get me? You get me? Right. What we're going to look at today, I'll tell you what. I shall share my screen to everybody, and then I'll go to the news page. So Father Sunglasses, where are you, brother? Click the link and you can come online and have a chat, inshallah. Let's see what the news is for today. Oh, I guess the main news is there was an appeal for help for Uncle Jamal from the park. A GoFundMe page was set up by somebody called Sid Bash. And yeah, I'll tell you what it says. Uncle Jamal is an asylum seeker from Egypt. He is homeless and likes to go to Hyde Park and debate at Speaker's Corner. He has come on video asking for help as he has now also been refused medical treatment as he is on dialysis. He has a letter from the NHS and the Home Office, and he cannot receive medical treatment. The aim of this is to help him a little with some money to survive. In the video, he mentioned in Arabic that he's homeless and sleeps on buses and has been homeless for 18 years. Whilst we have a warm home to go to and food to feed ourselves, we must remind ourselves that we have been fortunate and blessed. Whilst some do not have this privilege, this is not a religion thing, as all homeless people need help. Okay, so I'll read the translation of what he said on video shortly. So Father Sunglasses says, I'm around 7 hours away from Speaker's Corner. 7 hours via car, so still in the car. Okay. What does it say? God bless you all. Below is the translation of the video. Stop, please. Be quiet, mate. Be quiet, mate. I'm a civilian here and an asylum seeker from 2002. The Home Office don't want to give me papers. I'm 18 years homeless and I have kidney problems. They kicked me out of hospital. My kidneys are not working and I need treatment. I need help. I have kidney problems and they kicked me out of the hospital. I'm asking the British government and the English people to help me just to get treatment. Only treatment. I'm tired and dying. I am in a severe situation and they kicked me out of the hospital. The hospital is North Middlesex Hospital. They kicked me out of there. I am in Hyde Park all the time. Please help me because I'm dying. I have kidney problems. The hospital kicked me out because the Home Office don't support me anymore because I don't have a reference number. I don't have a home. I don't claim benefit. One Englishman That's dirty. Claims I take benefits and I've been here for 18 years and I don't claim benefits or have housing or get anything from this country. My years have gone here and I'm old. I have kidney and heart and liver problems. I'm tired and begging for treatment. Oh people, where's the humanity in England? To the leaders, to the English people, where's the humanity in England? Where? I'm dying. This is haram on you. Please save me. So yeah, anybody that wants to help and donate something to this fund to help Uncle Omar, please click this link. Oh, thank you, Kilowatt, for doing that, brother. He says, Salaam alaikum. Alaikum salam, Kilowatt. Target is met. Oh, it's met now. Alhamdulillah, that's good news. Khorasani Yun says, Subhanallah, may Allah grant him security and ease. Ameen. Al Bukhari says, since when have British NHS hospitals kicked people out? I don't know, Al Bukhari, but it seems like it's happened now with Uncle Omar or Jamal. Sorry, Uncle Jamal. John Don says, can I ask you something? How come Muhammad Hijab didn't help him? I don't know. You have to ask him. I have no idea. From what the brothers said, nobody knew about his condition because he turns up to the park every week and he never gave any inclinations that he's in need or in any sort of difficulty. I guess the situation is that now his circumstances have reached a point where it's unbearable for him. Plus, at his age, if the letter from the doctor said that he has something called stage 5, he's reached stage 5 of his kidney problems, which means he's dying. There's nothing that can be done, but he does need to have kidney dialysis. Yeah. Abdul M says, why do he go around spitting at people and calling them donkey if he wants sympathy? I suppose he's a little bit of a proud man. He doesn't want sympathy. He just, Allah knows best. I mean, everybody's got issues in their personal life. Do we all go around telling people our personal problems? No. We've got a bit of pride, don't we? We don't want to be looked down on by people as though we need their help. So, yeah. Khorasani Yunus, Al Bukhari said, Uncle Jamal is obviously eating very well for a homeless man. He must visit some generous soup kitchens. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Well, he's got the paperwork to prove his case, apparently. So he's begging now. If he wants charity, you don't go around abusing people. Well, you say he's begging now, but what options does he have? What choice does he have? Why isn't the Home Office giving him this reference number? Yeah, I think he needs some legal help too, to be honest. The Home Office needs to answer for his claims. Obviously, his language isn't very good in English. Yeah. He's somebody in need. Let's see if he can be helped. Let's do what we can. Alex Smith says, why does Islam exploit the weakest and least educated in society? Why does Islam exploit the weakest and least educated in society? Does it? Father Sunglasses, are you in the chat, bro? I see you joined, but you haven't come into the panel. Yeah, John Don says, Alex Smith, it's full of propaganda. Okay, if you say so. Khorasani Yun, who is in charge of the funds? Somebody called Sid Bash. Sid Bash. Show you. See this name over here? Abu Mujahid. This guy, he's called Sid Bash. Let me just refresh the page. Okay, great. So it's reached its goal. It's past the £5,000 goal and it's now 5,067 in 2 days, brother. Sorry, 1 day. In 1 day. This was started yesterday. This was created yesterday. In 1 day, we've all helped raise £5,067 for Uncle Jamal. Congratulations, people. May Allah reward you. Khorasani Yun says, I really hope it's someone responsible and trustworthy. Yeah, well, he's responsible and trustworthy enough to actually raise this, create this GoFundMe page, to put his name to it. And yeah, it was a live stream earlier with someone called Muhammad Tawheed, Abu Talha, Zubaydah, and a few others. So yeah, that's fantastic. Receipts will be documented, it says here. Abdul M says, he did look homeless, but I thought that was just an edgy look he was going for. John Don says, do you know this guy goes to Casino Hippodrome? I saw him a couple of times. Fair enough, but that doesn't doesn't mean he doesn't have a kidney issue. That he hasn't got a stage 5 kidney problem. Doesn't mean he shouldn't have access to the health care system. Wagwan Academic Screeching, how you doing, bro? You good? Khorasani Yun says, LOL, Achi. £5,000 needs responsible distribution, not just here you go. Yeah, brothers, Khorasani Yun, that's not what's going to happen. Nobody's just going to hand him over the cash. That's not how it's going to be done. People are responsible with this regard, inshallah. Alex Smith says, in every Muslim majority country, I've been to the wealthy and educated. In every Muslim majority country I've been to, the wealthy and educated are the least religious, whilst the poor and uneducated are the most religious. In my opinion, it is Islam keeping these people. Okay. Alex Smith says, down, keeping these people down. Okay. Well, you find that the majority of people who are religious are going to be the poor. That's a general trend in all religions. The poor are the ones who are more religious. Kilowatt, Abu Mujahid, you're Mr. Negative. Yeah, true. Al-Bukhari, if Uncle Jamal has been in the UK for 18 years, he must have been granted leave and be eligible for benefits. Perhaps, but he says his I don't know, his case was somehow mishandled, and we know that does happen. So hopefully he can be introduced to an organization. There is an organization called National Zakat Foundation where they help get people back on track in terms of application forms being filled out, engaging with the rights authorities. So hopefully he can get put in touch with them. Somebody can help him out. If Uncle Jamal has been, okay, I've read that already. Ziriab Jamal says the new situation in the UK means non-citizens will not be eligible for healthcare under the NHS. He's been here since 2002. Can you believe that? And all this time, he hasn't been granted citizenship or residency or whatever. What have I missed? Abdul M says, I don't believe that he's been homeless for 10 years. Surely a Muslim would take him in. Yeah, apparently Muslims have taken him in. I mean, nobody has taken him in permanently, of course, but he has been living in different people's homes day to day, sometimes on the buses, sometimes in the park, sometimes in people's homes. Yep. Al-Pokhari says, how does he survive without dialysis? According to the letter which he had from Middlesex Hospital, he was getting treatment, but it's now reached a point where they're not going to offer him any more treatment because he hasn't got this reference number which he needs. And he depends on the Home Office to get this reference number. So, yeah, that needs to be sorted out. Abdul M says, good. Ziriab Jamal, people come here as health tourists and take the... Yeah, okay. Yeah, but I doubt he came here in 2002 as a health tourist. Who knows? Point is, he's got a situation. He's a human being. Let's help him out. Khorasani Yun. Akhi, I'm not worried about him. I'm wondering who's holding these funds. As I said, Khorasani unit, someone called Sid Bash. Sid Bash. And he's known to some of the brothers at the park, apparently. So, Alex Smith, maybe we should help teach Uncle Jamal a skill so he can find a job. Okay, Alex Smith, what skill would you like to teach him? To teach a dying man who we don't know how long he's got left with his kidney. He's reached stage 5 of kidney disease, something like that. He's reached stage 5, so it's reached a point of no return. Apparently, his illness. Allah knows best. John Donne says, reactionary, well done. 1 million Syrians are dying in the border between Syria and Lebanon. What's the Ummah going to do about it? I don't know what's going on in Syria and Lebanon. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there, bro. It's sad, whatever's going on everywhere. SubhanAllah. Abdul M says, NHS for people who have been paying into it, 100s. Okay. Ziriab Jamal, Windrush generation, anyone? Yeah, exactly. Mishandling of status. Yep. And there's many court cases that I've come across and studied when I was reading law, which have taken the Home Secretary to court. And the Court of Appeal has actually ruled in favor of the plaintiff. So, what a claimant, as we say. Kilowatt says, why don't you watch his video on COE? COE. Yeah. The thing is, the sound won't come through. Abdul M said, hold on, what's that say? Oh yeah, I've missed a lot. Here we go. Ziyab Jamal says there's precedent. Yeah, there is. 5156, salam all. Can I explain? Yeah. Abdul M, he doesn't speak English. Why should he be granted citizenship? Apparently he's an asylum seeker. So I don't think you need, that's a criteria for seeking asylum, that you speak the language of the country. Academic Screeching says housing. You'll be given somewhere to live if you need it. This could be in a flat, house, hostel, or bed and breakfast. You can't choose where you live. Yeah, fair point. Academic Screeching says cash support. You'll get £37.75 for each person in your household. This will help you pay for things you need like food, clothing, and toiletries. £37.75. What's that per week? Yeah, how are you going to cope? Live on that. SubhanAllah. Kilowatt. December, his treatment came to an end. Yeah. Academic Screeching. Asylum seekers are provided with housing, clothes, and money. The process takes 6 months to complete. How has Jamal been in the country for 10 plus years and not yeah, that's what I don't understand. Obviously, there's some hiccup in the process, some bureaucratic foul up. Al Polkari says, if his treatment stopped in December, he would be dead by now. So yeah, a number of skeptics in the chat. I can see that, and it's not just a religious skepticism based on differences of religion. It's like quite a few different people who are doubtful. Okay, academic speech says, I have taken some criticism for mentioning this. Okay. Kilowatt says 28th of December to be accurate is when his treatment stopped, is it? So yeah, just under a month. Abdul M says, wonder what he is fleeing from in Egypt. Not like he is a persecuted Christian. I don't know. I think they said he's a Palestinian. So Palestinians who were in Egypt don't have Egyptian nationality. I don't know. I may be wrong. But from what I understood, he's Palestinian who has Egyptian papers for traveling, and he came to the UK as an asylum seeker. Sorry, I didn't realize he was so ill, says Alex Smith. My sincere apologies for Uncle Jamal. Kilowatt says, they said 3 months for him to live, subhanAllah. Sid Bash says, salam. Wa alaikum salam, Sid Bash. Are you the real Sid Bash? Perhaps, anyway, I'll share the link. Come on the chat, brother. Alex Smith says, Abdul M, you are a heartless person. Maybe you should look into his case before making assumptions. Khorasani Yun says, it's always the disbelievers who find excuses not to give charity. Okay. Khorasani Yun, it's also Muslims too. Academic Screeching, the man himself said, Sid Bash. John Don says, Uncle Omar, Muhammad Hijab and Ahmed Ali, not heard from them regarding Jamal. They might be calling him a kafir. Yeah, to be fair, Uncle Omar did, well, not to be fair, but I mean, to give you a point there, Uncle Omar was quite critical of Uncle Jamal in the past. So,
Assalamu alaikum.
alaikum salam.
How you
Sid
doing?
Bash.
Yes,
How you doing, bro?
Sid Bash. I'm okay, alhamdulillah. You?
Yeah, good, thanks, bro. Nice to see
Yeah,
you.
I saw there was a lot of questions, so I thought I'd come on and try to address them as the best as I can.
Yeah, man.
I don't know the full story in and out of his situation, but as basically what everyone saw from the videos on Big Art Show, when we translated the video, it really got to me. I've done a lot of charity work in the past, especially for the homeless and stuff like that. When I found out he was homeless, because I didn't know myself. The only time I found out was when he had done that video and DJ Rizza had uploaded the video on COE. Where the only difference was that I was able to get it translated, um, and so yeah, so I just because there's been a lot of questions and so forth. Yeah, great Dunya, I'll come on as well. Obviously, there's a lot of questions that's basically being asked, so I just wanted to clarify, and also to make people aware what's going to happen next as well. So we obviously we also found out about the video. We got it translated. I set up a GoFund page. Alhamdulillah, we've hit target, so we've gone over 5K within 24 hours, which is brilliant. From that perspective, it's a positive note. I've already given him £500 from my own pocket. And what I'll do, that's just to keep him tight, so he has some money because he literally didn't have anything. He didn't have anything in his pocket. So what I've done is I've given him £500 from my own pocket, and then when I give him the £5,000, I'll minus that 500. So at least he has something in his pocket. He doesn't. We know he's not going to be starving or anything like that at all. So this is what the situation is. This is what happened. We did the video. I went on every single panel last night. Just spamming them about this GoFundMe page. We were trying to raise as much as we can for them. It got to about 12 o'clock, I think, 12:30, where we raised about £200. There was some, and I was a bit heartbroken because we started around 9, I think, 9:30. So, so basically what we did then is I went to bed because I had to get up early to go to work in the morning. And then when I woke up in the morning, Big Arts had messaged me saying, "Look, we've already hit £1,200 or £1,500, which made my day because I was really upset we only raised 200 yesterday. So thankfully, Mohammed Habib got involved. He was helping as well to help raise the donation for Uncle Jamal. I had gone to work in the morning really early. When I got to work, I was feeling really, really rough. Wasn't feeling great at all. Had a really bad migraine, and around about 11:30, I decided to go home. So I was on the way on the tube. I have to go past Marble Arch to go home. And when I was coming up to Marble Arch, I just heard a voice in my head saying, "Get off here, get off here," for whatever reason. Do you know when I can't explain it? It's not really a voice. It's just the thought comes up in your head, "Get off here."
Yeah.
And I wasn't feeling great, to be fair. I was burning up, and then I heard another voice that said, "Look, just stay, go home. You're not feeling great, blah blah blah." So anyway, I made the decision. I said, "All right, let's just quickly walk around Speaker's Corner, see if he's there, because we've raised a GoFundMe page, but I don't know where he is. I've got no way of contacting him. So that was on top of my mind. So what we did was I walked around Speaker's Corner, couldn't find him. Then as I was walking towards the station, I decided, let me walk down Edgware Road. So I was walking down Edgware Road and I kept praying, saying, look, let me just find him. If you're going to answer any of my prayers, let me just give me one dua you approve, that is, I find Uncle Jamal. So as I was walking down, I've been walking around for about 20, 30 minutes on Edgware Road. As I was walking down, I saw this guy. He had a scarf around his face, which looked like Uncle Jamal. So I quickly ran up. He was getting on the bus. So I quickly ran up to him. I grabbed his arm and he turned around and looked at me. And I've never met him and he's never met me. So I goes, are you Uncle Jamal? And he goes, yeah. I goes, oh my God, thank God. And I grabbed him and I goes, look, come with me. And and he was scared, obviously, because he's never met me and he doesn't know who I am. And I had to explain to him, I go, look, we saw your video, we got it translated. I'm here to help you. And I kind of explained, look, I've set up a GoFundMe page and this is how much we've raised so far. This is going to help you, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, we made a video of when I first met him and I was speaking to him and explaining everything to him. He doesn't speak much English. He speaks about it's really broken. So I had to get a sister in Zubida who was able to translate, and we kind of explained what the next steps are and what we're going to do. So to address some of the questions here, so we've already got brothers in the background that are sorting out the paperwork. So one of the reasons why he's not allowed, well, it's not a matter of, he is not allowed any NHS care is because he's classed as an asylum seeker. Now his case is being reviewed, and it's been being reviewed for some time now. But he's not aware of what the processes are. He hasn't had any guidance. He doesn't know who to speak to. Hence why it's been delayed for so long. He's been getting NHS care through the London Free NHS Hospital. I can't remember the full name. Yeah, I saw it on the letter. So with my own eyes, they have been treating him for his condition, but they have a pot that they use for situations such as that. But because his situation is getting worse and worse, and his treatments are more and more expensive, they said, look, this should be done under the NHS, and we can't afford to keep doing these treatments for you. So they've on the letter it actually says that we're going to stop treating, and if you do decide to take any more treatment, you'll have to pay. So that's I can bear witness to that's 100% true. So basically that they stopped all the treatment for him. So that's why he's really worried, and he's not had that. I think that was on the 27th of December. So as you can see from what he normally looks like and what he looks like now, he's drained a lot. That's because he's probably not getting his dialysis and blood filtered. So he looked really drained, tired, lethargic. His skin had a yellowy tint and was pale. So there's a sign of your blood, being not being the kidneys not working efficiently. So anyway, we got brothers that are working on that. So what trying to do is we're trying to appeal because he's been here for like God knows how long, since 2002, I think. I may have got his nationality mixed up. So he said his mum was Egyptian. I think his dad was Palestinian, and he was. I have no idea if I'm honest. So, thank you, Grey Dunya. Big up, Grey Dunya, my boy. But anyway, so we're basically trying to sort that out. So what we could do is, even if they stop treatment, what we can do is we can actually go down the route of there's an act, a Human Rights Act, because effectively, if we don't treat him, he will die basically, and that's not on in any country. So we can appeal and get some sort of funding if worst scenario. With regards to the housing, now his situation is this. He's been living with this elderly lady. She's about 75 years old now. She's Arabic as well. Now, what they do is they kind of help each other out. So what that basically means is when he's ill, she will take him to the hospital. And when she's ill, and I've seen a picture of her, he showed me, she's quite frail. She had a walking stick. She was very frail, old. When she's ill, he takes her to the hospital. This is one of the reasons. We have a house ready now if he wanted to move in. We asked him on the video, and he said, look, I can't leave her because if I leave her, she will die on her own. Like if she falls ill or she passes out or whatever, they look after each other basically, pretty much. So, but the thing is sometimes her kids come home. and they stay for like a week or so.
Yeah.
When the kids come home, she kicks him out basically because there's no room. So he
Mm.
then sleeps on the buses or on the streets or, somewhere. He tries to find somewhere to sleep.
Yeah.
And we got that confirmed as well. He goes, look, I sleep wherever I can, or I sleep on the tube stations and stuff like that.
Mm.
And so it's warm there, pretty much. So we're trying to basically sort all that out in the background. My job was just to basically set up the GoFund page, and because this is the first time I've done it in my life. I've
Yeah.
never done anything like this. So my job was to set up the GoFundMe page, we've hit target, and to find him. And then in that, with God help me with that, right? So, Allah's he really helped me out there because I was really, really praying when I was on Edgewood Road. So let me
Yeah.
just find him. Let me just find him. We've got his contact details now, so we're able to contact him. I've got all his paperwork as well, which has been passed over to some of our brothers who's going to now look into getting a case set up and going to the Home Office and saying, look, what's the situation here?
Yeah.
He's been here since 2003. The law is if you're here before 2013, you're allowed residency in the UK. Anything after that, the
Okay.
law changed. So he
Yeah.
can now definitely get residency. Once he gets residency and a reference number from the Home Office, the NHS will open up for him. A lot of people are asking, what's the 5K for, right?
Yeah.
Now, the 5K is basically designed to set him up. So whether that means he needs to move into his own apartment, because when you move into your own, you have to pay deposit, right, for the month or two
Yeah.
months. I don't know how it works now. So if he wants his own apartment, or he has to put a deposit up front, he's got no money and he doesn't work.
Mm.
Right. And then obviously, as I don't know whether people know, but when you go to the government and you sign on, he's not claiming no benefits. He's never claimed any benefits. I got that
Yeah.
confirmed today as well, because a lot of people were asking me to do that to find out if he's claiming benefits. Since he's been here in this country, he's never claimed anything,
Mm.
nothing at all. And that's confirmed 100%. Right. The reason why I'm saying this is because you need a Home Office reference number in order to claim benefits as some sort of residency in the UK.
Yeah.
He hasn't got that, so there's no way he can claim at all. So since 2002 was he here? I don't know. He's not claimed nothing from the benefits. He's not claimed no help or anything like that at all.
Mm.
Um, so that's that situation there. The other factor is when you go to claim benefits, number one, you need permanent residency.
Yeah.
He obviously doesn't have that. He's sleeping on a sofa, I think.
Mm.
And you need a reference number so they can see that his name is on file. His name is on file, but appealing process. So it's not guaranteed and it's not permanent residency yet. If anyone's not a permanent residency, you don't get benefits, basically.
Yeah.
So that's basically the situation. I don't know if anyone has any more questions. I'll try to answer them the best of my ability. He's got no children. No, he's got no family here at all. Does 5K last you in a week in London? I don't know, but it's something, right? So
The
I
question
could.
somebody asked is, can you avoid giving him the lump sum and just somehow trickle it down weekly?
Yeah. So this is the other thing. So a lot of people have been coming to me saying, look, rather than giving him the 5 grand up front, so what we're going to do is this. When we're going for the Home Office, we have to, this is a very complex case. So a normal person can't do it. We need to get a solicitor involved.
Yeah.
Now, we've got some brothers who are willing to, we've been told they're willing to do it. But if for whatever reason that person then charges for whatever reason, we will
Mm.
use that 5 grand, and I'll show all the receipts and everything to make sure that everything this is the amount that's going to there and blah blah blah,
Yeah.
or that I can give the 5 grand to someone who wants to keep tapping, who knows how to do this, right? But yeah, what we'll do is we'll basically pay that 5K towards the solicitor fees to get him at least the residency, because the main key is not the residency. The main key is the NHS, the medical care. He needs dialysis every month.
Yeah.
And he's not getting it now. He's been refused. So we're going through the motion at the moment of saying, yep, we'll give you residency. NHS. They can set that up so he can at least get medical care. That's the number one thing currently at the moment
Yeah.
that's going on.
Okay. Are you familiar with an organization called National Zakat Foundation?
Yeah, a lot of people message me on that. I'm not aware of it. But Sir Faz, I think he's joined. he's the main person that's going to be looking after the paperwork because I'm not clued up. I'm not experienced on it at all.
Yeah.
But Safaz is. Safaz has done has some sort of experience in the past, and he'll be taking over all the paperwork and all the stuff that's going to go on behind in the back scene. So I've been working quite closely with Safaz, a very very nice brother who's kept me up to date. He's told me what to do, and I've been getting all my advice from him. So he'll be able to answer all the questions or what the processes are a little bit more in detail than I can because I'm not in that proposed the process. A secret signing takes 6 months. How can it take Jamal 10 years? I have no idea, but
Yeah.
I did see the Home Office paperwork, and there were just all kinds of inaccuracies and all sorts of stuff like that going on.
So all the
So
paperwork looked authentic to you.
yeah, it was. He's
Yeah.
definitely got paper from Home Office. Yeah, so
Mm.
he is on the file. So 100%. But what the situation is, I have no idea.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's pretty much it. That was just the aim. Is just to look. The guy's homeless. And meaning when the kids come, that lady's the kids come to stay, he's kicked out and he sleeps on the street. He hasn't got a penny to his name. I don't know how he's surviving, if I'm honest with you. Obviously, there was a language barrier, so there's only so much I can do or get out of him. And yeah, he's got his NHS medical benefits have been stopped, and I read a letter from the NHS. He had loads of issues.
Mm.
Like some of them were severe, like to the stage where I'm thinking you need to go A&E straight away. So
Mm.
it's one of those ones.
I think the brother on Guidance Avenue read a bit of the letter. He
Yeah,
said
so
he's on
I was,
stage 5 of
yeah,
kidney
yeah, exactly. So
disease
I
or
was
something.
there before they turned up, but I wasn't. If
Yeah.
I'm honest with you, I wasn't feeling that great. So I decided to leave him in Muhammad Abid's hands, and
Yeah.
then I decided to go home because I was just feeling rough. So, but Zubida, our sister Zubida was there, her friend Lido, or cousin Lido, and then Muhammad Tawid and a few Abdullah and so forth. They were all there with Uncle Jamal. So, but alhamdulillah, we were able to raise that amount, and yeah, so
Brother, in one day,
yeah, one day,
five
24
thousand
hours,
pounds,
yeah.
subhanallah.
Mm.
And you were instrumental in setting it up
I think
and in finding him. That's incredible. Allah reward
yeah,
you. What can
yeah.
we say, brother?
That's what I'm saying. It's not just me. Everyone pays it, from Surfaz to Sister Zabida to Muhammad Tawi. Everyone contributed. It's not just me. So I'm not going to take the limelight. So everyone contributed to this. It was just me. It was God's will that I win, and because it was been on my mind all night, I didn't sleep properly, and it's been on my mind, and I thought, let me just go and have a look, and it's just God's will that I found him getting on the bus. I quickly ran after him and grabbed him really hard as well. He
Yeah.
was scared. He was like, "What the hell's going on here?" But yeah, so we've hit our target within 24 hours, which is brilliant. So we've raised 5K. Now Safaz is going to obviously do the legal side of things to help and support the way forward on this one. So, but if there's any other questions you guys want to ask, I'll try my best to answer it.
Yes, bro.
Um,
Any questions to Sid Bash from the live chat or from the panel? John Don says it's best not to give him all the money yet. We've already mentioned that.
Yeah, we'll try to sort something out because it's not effectively our money anyway,
Yeah.
or my money. But whichever everyone thinks is best, the Safaz is going to have a big say in that as well because obviously the legal fees and everything. There might be fees, there might not be fees. We don't know. So I'm just the person who's holding it. I'm just like the treasurer, and wherever you guys need, I'll just give. So
Yeah.
I don't really have a say in that.
JK says no questions, just a big thank you.
No, man, that's just my
That's
this is my
true though.
job. I've not
Yeah.
done. Well, let's be honest here. I've not. I mean, this is just Uncle Jamal, but there's so many. I've done charity work in the past for the homeless. Hence why it hit me so hard because I've seen what they've gone through, and I've been to London and I've walked around and handed warm clothes out. I did it. Was it last Christmas? I think it was. And I only was there for like 6 hours, and I froze myself. The cold had got into my bones and everything.
Yeah.
So I know what they were going through, and then we met quite a few homeless people. We sat down with them and we talked to them. Me and my friends. We had got black bags with all warm clothes, sleeping blankets, food, water, everything, and we were just going around handing them out. So I know that's why it hit me so hard because I knew how hard it is, especially in London as well. Because in London, when you're walking past, it's so busy there. When you're walking past a beggar or somebody who's homeless, some people don't think twice or just tend to ignore or look away. So I wanted to make sure I did something, especially with Uncle Jamal, because we've seen him before. He's always smiling and laughing. He never looks sad or unhappy. But even today, like that's the first time since I've seen his videos, I think I saw him cry. He got really emotional. And when I explained everything to him and told him, look, people have heard your voice, your video, people heard it, and we've raised some money for you. Yet he was in tears. So
yeah,
6 months, and then why is it taking 10 years? We don't know. Academic screeching, we don't know, right? And it doesn't take 6 months. It takes Safaz can obviously answer that, but I know it takes longer than 6 months. So 100%.
and we do know that there are cracks, and people do fall down the cracks.
Yeah, exactly. And don't forget, the other thing is this guy doesn't speak English well. He doesn't understand the processes here well. So, with the letters he was receiving were actually complex because even I was struggling to understand it. So for a guy like Uncle Jamal, he's probably thought, I don't understand this, where can I go? And he's obviously taken his time with it, or he's not got the efficient. He's had like apparently 4 or 5 solicitors. So it's one of those things. But look, at the end of the day, it's not about why is it taking him so long. It's about we need to give him the relevant care that he deserves. He's a human being at the end of the day, right? And any human being, irrespective of whether a Muslim, Christian, irrespective of that, deserves the help. So if Uncle Jamal was Christian, I would have
Assalamu
done
alaikum, bro.
exactly the same thing. Wa alaikum salam.
Alaikum salam, great dunya, how you doing?
Yo, yeah, good, bro, good. Big up to Sid Bash, yeah. Enough love, bro. Enough
Who's it?
respect,
Who's
yeah.
this? Who's doing?
It's the great dunya.
Great dunya.
Great dunya. What's happening, brother?
Wagwan, G, wagwan.
Well, not bad, bro.
Yeah, enough love, man. You got enough ratings, bro.
Alhamdulillah. Just
bro.
pray dua. That's all I need, man.
Yeah,
you
of
do
course,
that,
bro. Of
I'll
course.
be happy.
Of course, bro. Well, Allah rewards you, bro.
Yeah, I mean.
Can I just say one thing to the brother, Sid Bash, yeah?
Yeah.
So obviously, Ahi, honestly, Barakallah fi for what you're doing, yeah, is we needed somebody to obviously take the forefront like role and do that because he's a Muslim brother and Allah's the Prophet ﷺ said Allah's in aid of the one who's in aid of his brother. And the only thing I would say, is like, that in terms of the money, like the Sahaba who there was many Sahaba at the time of the Prophet ﷺ when he died who had the position to maybe take the Khalifa role, yeah, but they actually left it, okay, to people who were less worthy than them to take it. The reason for that was that the amana that would have been on their shoulders to have that sort of authority and to have that kind of power over the people. So
One sec, bruv.
they
Great
didn't.
dunya, can you just mute your mic, please? Thanks.
Yeah, so it's just in terms of having power and authority on the earth is something that Allah grants to whom He wills. And obviously, this might not be as much of an extreme example, but it can be used. And anytime Allah favors or grants one of His servants some kind of authority over the people, they need to look after that as if it's a trust. And looking after the trust is something a characteristic of the believer, and breaking is a characteristic of the munafiq. So I'll just
exactly.
just reminding you as another brother. Like,
Yeah.
what
No,
you're doing is good.
Yeah,
Just,
it's deep to take thing, like active role in it. Like there's enough pressure and that is all in it.
a lot on your shoulders.
There's
You have to.
enough criticism. There's so much in it.
Yeah.
Like I'll be honest with you. So the people that know me, they know I'm quite calm and collective. But this situation I hold really close to my heart because I've done what I've done in the past and stuff like that. So there were people that come in on board and they were basically telling me, oh, he's on drugs or he's going to use it on alcohol and he's lying to you. And I was
you don't
getting
even
triggered.
need to listen to none of that,
Yeah,
man.
I'll be honest with you because I've not done YouTube and I've been on YouTube for like a couple of months now.
Yeah.
So I'm still learning and I'm still kind of understanding myself and learning to ignore and stuff like that. But that was really pissing me off. Like,
you need to ignore all of that, bro.
Yeah.
In the comment section, you get bare Islamophobes and all the natural haters in that. He's all commenting.
Yeah,
but you know what?
Exactly.
Yeah, I've seen enough enough love to the non-Muslims that who donated as well, you know,
Oh
like showing
wow.
love and support. You get me?
Yeah,
Like
wow.
acknowledge
And
them, but the other ones just a bun a
listen,
minute. Like no,
listen.
totally.
So because obviously I set up the GoFund page, so every time a person donates, because I've never done it before, right? So it's my first time. So every time a person donates, the I get an email, and they have names on there, and I was seeing from Christians to Sikhs to Hindus to Muslims to atheists, they were all donating, all of them. So
Yeah.
big up to everyone. This was like humanity or mankind coming together to help an individual. So, this wasn't even like a religious thing where it was just Muslims. No, yeah, I see all the donations that came through, and everyone donated. So big
It's
up
a
all the
positive
people that
thing as
donated.
well, isn't it? Very
Yeah,
positive thing, you
it
know.
just shows that we can actually unite. Forget all the things you hear on the news and all the things you can, when you get together for a needy cause, we all unite into one. And now, and that, I'll be honest with you, and I even saw really young, like kids, like 17 students, right? 16, 17-year olds, 18-year olds. They're all donating themselves as well. And I
Yeah.
was really shocked because I had given up on like some of the kids that come on YouTube. Like you see this stuff that comes out of their mouth. It was just ridiculous. But I was
Bro,
really surprised.
everyone got love for Uncle Jamal, man. That's the one
Mm.
thing, you know. Yeah.
He was
Like
really
I
happy about
saw
it.
I saw in the comment section, yeah,
Yeah,
someone wrote like it made sense in it. Someone wrote that Allah loves Uncle Jamal, so mankind naturally Allah puts love to mankind to love
yeah.
him. You get me?
But you know what? You know what I was thinking, Gradini? Yeah, check this out.
Yeah,
So from me looking at the video, me
yeah.
straight away creating the GoFundMe page, I was spamming the shit out of it to all the channels, right? I said, look, he needs help. We got it translated. Sister Zubeda, she translated it, and I put it on the GoFundMe. That this is what he said. He needs help. We've got to help him. And I was spamming everyone. I went on everyone's channel, spamming it. Modine was doing his usual antics. I even rang him, and I got put me on loudspeakers. He had a lot of people viewing. I was like, put me on loudspeaker and let me talk to the audience. And I even did that, and I spoke to on his live chat when he had like 180 people, and then he carried on with his usual stuff. I did literally everyone,
Yeah,
and
bro,
then
bro, bro. Everyone saw, man. Everyone saw what you did. You
yeah,
get me?
so
Like
and then
now,
from that to finding him the next day, I still can't get over it if I'm
yeah,
honest with
that's
you.
qadar of Allah, you know. Like the
Yeah,
way you
yeah,
found, I've tuned in. I've listened to a bit how you found it on a bus stop and
mm,
that. You get me? That's all qadar of Allah, bro. You get me? People were
100%.
looking everywhere, yeah,
Yeah.
but you just took time off from work and you found him. You get me?
Yeah. Because
Like,
I wasn't gonna go. I was feeling rough, man. I was like, I had a proper headache and
yeah.
everything, and then something made me go for whatever reason. He said, just get off here at
Mm.
Marble Arch. And then when I was going down Edgware Road, I was praying. I was like,
Mm.
look, I was like, God, if you're gonna answer any of my prayers, answer me this one. Let me just find him. That's all I ask, nothing else.
Yeah.
And then as I was praying, I was walking down Edgware. I was just saying the same thing again. And what happened? I found him at a bus stop. Jumping on the bus. I ran like I never ran so fast in my life, man. Because he was
Yeah,
just about to get on.
yeah, man. Inshallah, Allah increases all our iman in it.
Yeah, that's it,
You
brother.
get me?
That's it. But yeah, that's literally what happened. So there's stuff going on, and Safaz is online. I don't know if he wants to speak about the paperwork and what's actually going on, but he's basically pretty much in charge of that, and he's very, very he's
Yeah,
experienced.
that's good, man. Everyone should know our roles in it. That's the
Mm.
main thing.
Yeah,
You get me?
exactly.
If
Just
you're not
a
good at
quick
something, you can
question.
do. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, just somebody in the chat called Pakistani Atheist. He's a regular on the channel.
Yeah.
He
I like
says,
it.
I personally know a very good immigration solicitor. I can persuade him to work on Uncle Jamal's case on a pro bono basis. Can someone
Agreed.
please provide his contact details?
Perfect.
Wow.
So the best thing to do, Pakistani atheists, is to contact Safaz. Safaz is dealing with all the paper because I wouldn't know what to even say to you or
Yeah,
get you.
so far send out the
Safaz
email,
has got
innit?
so he's got experience, so he knows what to do because I think he's either experienced in it or he was dealing with it in the past, as in working in that sector. So the best person to speak to is him. I'll be lying if
Let
I
me give
said
a
I know
salam
one.
to everyone as well. I missed that, you know, before I started talking. Assalamu alaikum to everyone.
Walaikum salam. Great dunya.
Yeah, big up yourself, reactionary.
Personally, I believe
Yeah.
because the Muslims are the ones handling the scenario, and the Muslims, for the majority of the part, the ones who donated, and the Muslim is the one in question. I feel as if you guys can keep keep it within the scope of your own work and your own your own like our own like kind of thing, it'd be better than asking the kuffar for help. You know what I'm saying? Because if the Muslims can handle something themselves, it is much better if we do that than having to resort to the kuffar.
Now
That
we,
should
we
be the,
should we should we should look at all. I think we should look at all the options,
I
yeah,
agree.
and
I said
see which one's
only if you
best.
have to.
Which
Like,
one? See,
Hello.
bro. We see which one's best work for Uncle Jamal, and
Yeah.
whoever deals with it, yeah, we should be part of it. You get me? And always on top of it, looking through. You get me?
So the other thing I wanted to
So some
mention,
Aki can take a role on that. You get me?
so there's another other thing I wanted to mention. I didn't do this because of a religion thing. I did this out of just humanity. Somebody was
Do it
asking for help.
for Allah's sake, bro. You get me? You get me?
Exactly. Yeah. So
Do
I
it for
basically
Allah's
did
sake,
it.
bro.
So I did it because obviously, number one, I'm gonna get sawab for it anyway, and number two, one man was asking for help. Now it's my duty as a Muslim anyway to go and help him because when it comes down to the stage where I have to face God, He's gonna
Mm.
come to me and say, "What did you do to help your people?" Now, how am I gonna look at God in His face and say, I didn't do anything"? I'll be ashamed of myself, right? Because what did I really do? So that's always been in my head ever since
Mm.
my late daddy, my late grandma had taught me that. She goes, always remember, whatever you do in life, God's going to ask you, what did you do to help your people? So at least I can go back and say, well, I've done this, and this, and this, and then that's going to be beneficial for me. So, but it doesn't matter. This is me. Somebody else might have a different view. But to me, it doesn't matter whether it's a Christian. It doesn't matter to me if it's a Sikh. It doesn't matter to me if it's a Hindu or a Muslim. It doesn't, to me personally, it doesn't matter because we should be helping mankind in general anyway. That's my view, though. You guys might have a different view, but
yeah, like
um,
no, obviously humanity at the end of the day is an Islamic principle
mm,
because we have to be kind to the creation, merciful to the
Bro,
creation
if our neighbor is a non-Muslim, we have to look after.
for
You get me?
many reasons. But
You get me?
obviously we do
Likewise.
have certain cases where obviously the Muslim has rights that the non-Muslims won't have, of course, and
yeah,
our love and care for the Muslims' affairs should be more over and above the affairs of the kuffar in general. But what you're saying, there's nothing wrong with that. Like in terms of just doing
yeah,
it for the creation in itself, it is
yeah.
not.
That's it, man.
It's not.
Yeah, you get
We all
reward for that,
believe.
inshallah. You get me?
Yeah, that's it. So, but yeah. So if there's no other questions, um, thank you for having me on. I appreciate it. Big up to everyone as well, and I'll leave you guys to it. Back to your session.
Yeah.
Big
So I was
up
gonna
Sid
ask.
Bash.
I was gonna ask you. The elderly woman he lives with. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So how long has he been living with the elderly woman?
No idea, because
So
we tried. He's a little while though. I mean, we're
uh,
talking years, but
okay.
how long in precise we don't know. But
Yeah.
she's
So the
quite
only
old.
reason he doesn't want to move out is because he doesn't want to
She
leave her alone, innit?
Yeah, yeah. She's old. I saw a
Yeah.
picture of her. She's really old. She's got
Subhanallah.
walking. Yes.
Subhanallah.
So we asked
Trust
him
me.
because we had an offer where one brother said, "I'll put him up in my own house." And we asked him that question in Arabic as
Yeah,
well.
I heard. So
Yeah,
all
he
I'm
said
saying,
no.
look at how Uncle Jamal is. Yeah,
Mm,
he's in a really bad health himself, but he
yeah,
still has concern for the sister. You get me? That
yeah.
elderly sister,
Yeah,
auntie.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. He didn't want to leave her. He said because if something happens to her, he said that he won't be able to look after her, and so they help each other out. So he's ill, she helps him, and if she's ill, he helps her.
yeah, man.
So that's one of the reasons why he doesn't want to leave. What he said to us was, it's when her kids or family come down, they stay around the house, then he has to leave. He doesn't. She doesn't tell him to leave, but he just feels like out of the goodness of his heart, look, I should leave. It's family time, innit? I'm an outsider. So then he leaves and goes for like however long, and then comes back
Mm.
afterwards. So
Yeah, man. Soon, inshallah, we break bread with the thing, Uncle Jamal.
yeah, because
Lucky to you broke bread with Uncle Jamal today, isn't it?
I fed him. Yeah, so he and then Muhammad Tawidi fed him as well. So he has got a full belly today. So, but that restaurant we went to, check this out. That restaurant we went to, every time he goes in there, they feed him for free because they know
Yeah.
his situation. And that waiter, the manager there, I was speaking to him, and I explained the story of what had happened, and he was proper praising me. He was like, I can't believe you lot have done this. I go, yeah, look, this is how much we've raised so far for him, and we've got people that are experienced in the whole home
So you know
office
the
thing.
dialysis, yeah?
Yeah,
Like in total, how much does it cost again for
a
the
lot,
whole
a
operation?
lot.
A
We're
lot,
talking
innit?
like over 35 grand, I think,
Yeah, that's
or over
what I
40
heard,
grand.
you know. So, but we
Yeah.
can do that if we stretch. Get me?
Well, the thing is, it's the easiest way, because we talked about this. We were all on a conference call. So we talked about it, and the easiest way to do this is to actually get him free NHS, because that's just dialysis. He's got other issues as well that needs to be addressed, like tablets, bandages, or whatever,
I
right?
know.
So the dialysis is just 40 grand on its own. So how much is it going to cost altogether? Because
Yeah,
he
but
has to go
that's one
private.
of the main things, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Get
one
me?
of the main things, but his other conditions, which I read, was really rough. It was really bad.
Yeah.
To me, let's put it this way: heaven forbid, if I was to have those conditions, I'd go to hospital right now.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
Yeah, definitely.
So
No, obviously, the thing which is needed urgent,
yeah,
we need to prioritize and get that done
yeah.
first. And
So
then
what?
obviously
Yeah,
slowly,
exactly. So
you get me.
for
But
him,
I think we can still get that funding thing up and running as well, isn't it?
yeah. I mean, I've got to speak to the rest of the guys, whoever want to get involved, and we think, well, what do we do? Do we stop here, or do we increase the limit and try to gather as much?
Yeah,
I have no idea. So whatever everyone agrees on, we'll have a vote or something. Whatever everyone agrees on, we'll just do that. But the
we should get
quickest
in touch with Brother Hijab, Ali Dawa.
yeah,
Like they got a lot of
yeah,
followers.
exactly. Yeah.
So you know,
So
as a community, like we can all chip in
yeah,
and see what to do best.
yeah,
See
exactly.
what's best
So
in it and let Allah guide in it.
Yeah, it's
yeah, because
probably a good idea to keep the fund going while ride the momentum.
yeah,
And
exactly. So
and if it turns out he doesn't need the money, we can always donate it to other causes or other
Yeah,
charities or
definitely,
other people.
definitely.
So what we're going to do is,
Definitely.
so in the fastest and the quickest way right now, currently as we speak, which we got confirmed, was to go to the Home Office, get him at least something. There's a process where he can get basically on the NHS, where he can get as much Medicare as he needs. Because currently at the moment they're refusing him. Currently at the moment, if he was to go to hospital and say, "Look, I need help. I'm feeling sick," they would refuse him. They wouldn't offer him any help anymore. And I've seen that on a letter from the NHS. He has to pay. So I've seen that with my own physical eyes, and I think I read it out on Big Art's show. But yeah, basically that's the number one key. Forget the housing, forget all the other benefits, forget all that stuff. The medical stuff is the key, because he needs
Yeah,
dialysis
man,
every month.
we need that Uncle Jamal healthy, you know, up and running. You get me?
Yeah. Otherwise, who's gonna
You
heckle
get me?
Who's gonna heckle at Speaker's Corner?
Exactly.
So he can't let him be say can't stop him from
Trust
getting
me.
there.
And
So
you know his heckling has a charm in it.
yeah. He does it with
He doesn't piss anyone off. He makes
He does
people
it with
laugh
love.
and smile. You get me?
He does it with
Like,
love, basically.
yeah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum
Alaikum
assalam.
salam.
Hey,
Islamophobe
you okay?
TV.
How's the panel?
Islamophobe
Yeah.
TV, yeah? What's happening, brother?
Yes, brother. Alhamdulillah. Great dunya. You're right, brother.
Yards.
Sid
Yo,
Bash.
listen, I'm going to have to go off you, bro,
You're
yeah?
right, brother.
Alhamdulillah, I'm good, bro. You?
Big up, great dunya.
One sec. Let me go on mute first.
Alhamdulillah.
So for all the guys and everyone on the panel, just remember one thing: I'm nobody. I'm nobody who's done this. I've just basically set up a GoFundMe page. I'm not experienced on this. I haven't got an agenda. I literally just felt sorry, decided to take action. That's all. Anyone can do this. Anyone. And then it was just out of my own heart that I thought, I have
Sid,
to
I just have a quick question,
Yeah.
This brother, this Uncle Jamal, he's been, like you said, he's been going there for a while, more than, I don't know, 10 years. Certain Muslims would ignore him. They won't even salam him. Now they're jumping on the bandwagon to help him, which is good. It's a positive thing. We should be uniting. We should have been united a long time ago. It shouldn't have come to this. That this elderly gentleman, one of our uncles, has to go to Speaker's Corner and be.
He's a Jundullah. How do you say Jundullah?
I don't know. How could I put it? You know, To be honest with you, I feel that's deep. Like Uncle Omar's this as well. His English is much better. I get to speak to him. I ask him how he is, how his health is, and stuff like that. But with this Uncle Jamal, I couldn't. I always shake his hand. I say, "Salaam alaikum." He knew. But anyway, it's a good thing that what you're doing, brother. It's very good. If it wasn't for you, I think it would have just gone on deaf ears, like in Speaker's Corner, because as you know, there's so much drama going on. And earlier on, when you were also online, I wanted to like just pledge the whole amount, to be honest with you. But obviously, they've already covered it. But I will make my donation as well, and I'll try and put it up on my page as well, inshallah.
Yeah, definitely. Whatever you can.
Inshallah, we need to keep that going.
Yeah,
like,
I've even had
Yeah.
students donate, and I was really shocked with that. That really touched my heart because, if I'm honest with you, because of all the stuff that I've been seeing with these young kids, I had kind of lost hope for that generation. But then when I saw all these students that were donating from the student money and everything, I was so humbled by it. Really, really, really opened my eyes. So maybe that's just a way of God showing me, look, don't give up on mankind. So,
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Sorry, guys, I've been a bit busy.
Well, Safaz,
Wa alaikum assalam.
He said, yeah, right, yeah, Mr.
Yeah, shut up, you.
Right.
That was just to wind thingy up.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Safaz,
I've got some update, yeah, guys. Sid, I've got in touch with another organization, for his his visa. Okay, for his medical thing.
Is it the Zakat Foundation?
No, I've not dealt with the Zakat Foundation yet. Look, to be honest, the Zakat Foundation, is probably going to be more to do with, new Muslims. I don't know fully, but these guys, are more specialized in immigration. Okay. What the fact is with these guys is literally what we need to do is we need to get him on a case of human rights, because the British government they can't not give him medical help under the Human Rights Act. Okay, so they have to give it him. Okay.
Under the Conservative Party,
Well, whatever, but at the end of the day, they can't refuse him, because if you've been here more than 10 years, there's a certain act that I think it finished in 2013 or 14, which means that anybody before that would have got legal status. The problem with him is, he's probably been to so many different people, and all they've done is take money off him, but not done anything with it.
Definitely, man. People definitely took advantage of him.
Yeah, they've taken advantage
because of his broken English.
Because he doesn't speak English very well. So the thing is, I've done this before anyway, with a couple of other brothers. Now, if you were to pay, you're looking at between £6,000 to £10,000. Okay, to actually get the whole thing, processed, because it takes a little while. But the good thing is there is a record of him at the Home Office if they've taken fingerprints of him, which is a good thing. Because if they've taken fingerprints from him, it means they've got a record. So they can't say we've lost his file, or we haven't got this, or we haven't got that. So that's a plus side of it. The other part of it is, hopefully, I've got an appointment next Tuesday up in Manchester, with a solicitor that I normally deal with this. So hopefully he'll take it on for free. So guys, please make dua, for he does it, because he's done it for me before. So I'm going to put him the case to him, because what he can do there is technically, he's not going to work for free, but there's a way he can get his money back, through some, but that's up to him anyway. That's up to do me. And my point is, if I get it free, alhamdulillah, that's all I'm bothered about. Another thing as well is, guys, what you got to remember, right? It's not just a Muslim thing, This brother called Buddha, I don't know, you guys know him as well. He's not a Muslim, by the way, He's put me in touch with a lot of things as well, behind the scenes. So I just want to say thanks to him, he's a really nice guy. He even said to me, if the old lady and him need anything to do with, homelessness or anything like any other things like that, he's willing to help out down there, because he's got experience in that sort of field. Okay, he deals with the homeless basically. Okay, so that's another avenue. So in terms of that, I've got two possible ways to get around the immigration thing. Like I said, if there's anybody else that can give us another idea, we're all on board, because I think, as many doors as we can knock, it doesn't matter. And what you got to remember, brothers, one thing I will tell you, remember, it's not going to be a Muslim that's going to treat Uncle Jamal, we don't know who it is when he goes to hospital. We don't know which immigration officer is going to look at his paperwork. So, don't just narrow it down to a Muslim thing, please, if you can.
So Faz, there was a comment from Pakistani Atheist. He mentioned a solicitor in Bradford called Goldmark Solicitors.
Okay.
For those who are concerned, it's a Muslim solicitor, he said. So he said
like
that
I said, brother, I'm not
they'll
bothered
be
about
willing
Muslim,
to do
man.
a pro bono case.
Okay,
Pro bono.
that's fine.
So
yeah, anybody, yeah. If somebody can give me, I said, I don't know if you can give me my details, my number or something, yeah, or tell him to ring me on or what's on this Hangouts or whatever, yeah. But definitely, if we can, yeah, because I think we need to go down every avenue. There's no point not going down it. It's always good to talk to everybody because you might come up with better ideas.
Yeah. Also, the National Zakat Foundation, they deal with immigration status issues. They said,
right? Yeah. Reactionary brother, I didn't know about that. You see, I just thought they deal with new Muslims. But if they do, yeah, that's another avenue. Yeah, I can. If somebody can put the thingy on the back chat, yeah, I can ring them up as well.
Yeah.
If that's all right, if they can give me a number or a website or something, yeah. So I can forward his paperwork to him. You see.
Yeah.
With this, yeah. I know somebody was asking you why would it take 6 months? The thing about the 6 months thing is, yeah. Once you've got a letter to the Home Office, yeah, they have to respond back to you within 28 days. On that letter, they give you a reference number. That's all you need to get NHS help, by the way, yeah? You don't need a passport or anything to get the NHS help. You need that reference number from the NHS, from the immigration, okay, to say that his thing's pending. Because he's not, as far as I'm aware, Sid, yeah, he hasn't claimed any benefits or anything, has he? Because that's what he was saying. Yeah, exactly. So he's not claimed anything, but because he's been here more than X amount of years, automatically he should get status for British citizenship anyway. So it's just a case of getting the right people to do the paperwork for him.
Cool. So yeah, that's the situation. So Faz is obviously a lot more experienced than I am when it comes to the paperwork, so he's looking after that. I've just set up the GoFundMe page and I've just made it more aware to other people. And we've got different brothers and sisters that are playing different parts. We're all coming together, and hopefully Uncle Jamal out with this situation. Because what you gotta understand, yeah, go on.
Another thing, brother, yeah, you said that 5,000 or whatever, yeah. If you want to carry on, yeah, just do another one, yeah. Because I don't know if you up it, if you can take it out, and I don't know, you see. So what I thought was, if you are going to carry on, just do another one, so you can take.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is I'm going to just leave it open, and we'll keep spreading, and I think there's no limit. So there's only a withdrawal limit. So now when we hit the withdrawal limit, we can actually take that $5,000 out if we wanted to.
All right, okay, that's fine then, because I wasn't sure how that works.
Yeah, you can keep topping. So far that I understand, you can keep topping up, and you can go all the way up to $50,000 if it needed to. Let's put it that way.
But well done, Sid. Anyway, yeah, man. May Allah give you reward, mate, for that. Yeah, we know it's been 24 hours. Yeah, with
Yeah, no, this is a group effort, man. I didn't really do much, so this is a group effort. So everyone needs to be bigged up on this one.
Yeah, another thing, guys. Yeah, big up to COE. Thank him as well. Yeah, because if he didn't make that video, none of us would have seen that as well.
It was DJ Rizza that made that video. I spoke to him early this morning. To be fair, I rang him and we were talking about it. So big up to DJ Rizza who recorded that, and he said to me, because obviously, he recorded it, and when people kind of translated it and he saw the letter, he even said to me that he really touched his heart. He started, he had tears in his eyes as well. So, big up DJ Rizza for that, man. He helped me out and guided me a lot on this.
And one other thing, guys, I did go into a couple of other panels, just to explain, they asked me to. Now, one thing I was really, really impressed with what they said is, that this is what they like about the Muslims, when they put their mind to something, it happens straight away. Now, for me, right, forget all the problems, this is what unites us, regardless of what color we are, what ethnicity we are, no matter who we are, as Muslims, when we can come together and do things like this, this is what people look at, not all the riffraff. So this is after so long in Speaker's Hall Corner, I think this is one good big positive that we can take to create, as Muslims, that we've actually done something about it, within X amount of time. So Jazakallah
and to add to that, it was utilizing the things that people criticize as well. It was utilizing social media. It was utilizing cameras at the park. It was other things too. So it's fantastic.
What you said, reactionary, 100%, brother. Look at the things that you said there. Now you tell me, right? If you went to Speaker's Corner with a bucket, every week, we did have done that. Whereas look, over like the internet, over 24 hours, we've hit a target that, I'll be honest with you, like Sid Bash said, I was surprised even if you had got £1,000.
Yeah. I was very surprised.
But we were talking, and while he was there, before he even went to see me, at £2,500, didn't you, Sid?
Yeah, 100%.
I have to say big up to Guidance Avenue and Abu Talha and the French guy who I don't like very much, Alam Ta'qilun. All of them put together the hangout and live chat, live stream. Yeah, so everyone's put a lot of effort on their side as well. So congratulations to them too. May Allah reward everyone involved.
And reaction, if I can say one other thing, bruv, yeah, please, yeah, for the sake of our life, we can all bury all our hatches, yeah, come together and do something positive, yeah, please, yeah, Muslims, non-Muslims, everybody,
Agreed.
as a humanity, yeah, okay, right, you know, instead of dissing each other and doing this and
I was given a slight dig there, bruv. That was what it was.
Who? No, I'm just saying. No, I'm saying it genuinely from my heart, bruv. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm saying it. Look, I've made mistakes. I'm not lying about it. I'm not gonna cover my own thing. I'm saying it even myself. Yeah. Yeah. But look, we all come together, aren't we? Regardless of all our problems. Right. So why can't we just do it like that?
Okay. Right.
Does that make sense?
Sorry. Yeah. Look. Yeah. Of course. Absolutely. What you're saying is 100% agreed. And congratulations to you, Sirfaz, as well, for taking on board this task of the paperwork as well. Alhamdulillah.
Well, guys, I'm off, so thank you very much for your time. Thank you for having me on.
Big up, Sid Bash. It was great. Thank you for coming on and clarifying those issues. It was, a lot of people had some concerns, and it's a good thing that you came and did that. Allah reward you, brother.
I mean, so thank you everyone, and peace and love, right? So,
is there anything you need? Are you okay? Is there anything you got? Any issues you got?
I'm fine. So as long as Uncle Jamal gets sorted out, that's the main thing, and then we can probably look at the bigger picture on this one. So we'll see what happens anyway. So
agreed.
All right, thanks for having me on, and take care, and Allah Hafiz.
You too. Take care, bro.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Oh, Father Sunglasses. Is that Islamophobia TV or is that someone else? I don't know. Hey, big up, Legendary Gamer. How you doing? You good?
I'm good.
Yeah. Good to see you. We're just having taking care of some more urgent items for the time being, so hope you don't mind.
Another episode of the Assassin Squad. This time around, it's like them going back in time into like World War II and like because the Assassin Squad series, Suicide Squad bomb travel.
Okay, so, what's the game called? Assassin Squad.
No, not. It's not a game. It's
the movie.
It's a video series and where they go back in time.
Okay.
Nice the first episode, they go back into ancient Arabia. And the second episode, they go back into the early 10s when the Ark and the current episode, they go to World War II to stop Hitler.
Okay, nice. All right then. Chris, I'm just going to talk to the others in the chat, okay? I'll just put you on mute. Hope you don't mind.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Nice one, thanks. Yes, brothers. Who's that? Sirfaz.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
So when did you hear about all this then? Last night?
Where did I hear it? I must have seen a bit of the video on COE. I didn't think about what could be done or what should be done. Was there something I could do? I didn't actually think about that, to be honest. It's interesting how Sid Bash was able to mobilize and get something started and communicate with the right people. For some reason, So there's a shortcoming in that I've identified in myself there. Why didn't I take action? Do you know what I mean? So, but that's good.
Do you know what it is, brother? Yeah, I think with us, as Muslims, yeah, a lot of people, yeah, a lot of Muslim brothers, sisters, non-Muslim, everybody's got their own various, plus sides, yeah. It's just finding the right time for it all, yeah. And it's really, really sort of surprising, yeah, that we can all, we can get together if we needs be. And I think there's a lot more people that we need to help, and we can do rather than, just sort of doing a hangout, talking about this, whatever. But like you said, now we know, yeah, there's always something we can all do, especially now we know that these internet, platforms and that they do have a big, influence on people.
Yeah.
The right influence. I don't know if you've noticed, yeah, but to raise £5,000 in 24 hours, yeah, that's a big achievement on its own.
In less than 24 hours, I think, as well.
Because it was actually.
That's very true.
11 o'clock last night, I think it was from.
Sorry,
yeah. Well, tell us the restaurant. Oh, you don't know which one it was, do you? Does anybody know which restaurant it was that was giving him food every day? Give them some free advertising and support them.
Yeah, I think I know which one it is. It's the one next to it's next to Helena's that we were talking about, the other night.
Yeah.
It's not next to it, directly next to it, but it's near it, and it's quite a big restaurant that goes all the way to the back.
Yeah.
I think that's the one.
Do a live stream there, brother. Go there and do a live stream.
Sorry?
Thank the guys there, kind of thing. Do a live stream from there. Thank everybody.
What, right now?
No, not now. Later on. No, not now. Okay. No, I don't mean now. I meant, next day, when somebody's passing by, go and, thank them for what they've done in it. And obviously, what's going on.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I think we have been before as a group, as like the Dawa team and stuff like that from Speaker's Corner. They have been there before, I think, one time. I think we have been there once previously, but I'm not sure if it's the right place. But yeah, so yeah.
All right, guys. So, anything anybody want to mention or talk about?
Well, it's been an eventful day today, actually, to be honest, mate. It's just bloody, I had so many phone calls today, man. It's just been a nightmare. It's been good, though. We got a positive out of it. That's good.
I have to big up Abu Qatada as well, because he agreed to put up Uncle Jamal in his place.
Last night, he agreed. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, he was even willing to go and pick him like 2 or 3 hours. Yeah. The guy was going to go drive down to London last night.
Yeah.
Well, brothers, do you know what it is? I've seen Uncle Jamal sometimes. I feel really sorry for him in Edger Road, and I've seen him hang around certain. I think it's that same restaurant, but I think it's further down, like by the betting shop, just outside it and stuff like that. And I was gonna say to the brothers who were looking for him, I say try the betting shop. Obviously, it was quite late in the night time, so I didn't know if he was gonna be there or not. But at the end of the day, that's good. They found him and they sorted him out. You know what I'm saying? And I think what we should do is stick in there with him. Don't just that's it. Found him this money and stuff. Like everyone donated. Everyone should, whoever knows him, should help him as much as they can. Inshallah.
Somebody in the chat earlier, I don't remember who it was saying that he was known to be hanging around outside a casino or betting place. But following what you just said there, it makes sense if he was, because if you're homeless...
Brother, earlier on I spoke to someone. I've got a good source. Yeah. They tell me some things, you know what I mean? But I don't want to say it, you get me, yeah? But at the end of the day, he's an elderly guy. I've always liked him. I've always shaken his hand all the time. Muslims have ignored him. They deliberately told me, don't film him. Do you understand? So there's a reason there's only one channel that records him, you understand? And if it wasn't for that channel, maybe we would have never heard about it. You understand? Because he was in dire need. Like you said, he wasn't speaking. He wouldn't speak to anybody. But if my Arabic was good, I would have got it out of him. You understand? Because this individual that told me, he's even offered him. But anyway, forget about it. Anyway, inshallah, he's gonna.
No, what I was gonna say is that when people, if somebody's homeless, right, where can they go in the daytime? Right, they need somewhere to go. The only places that are open for people just to hang out are betting shops.
The homeless. Do you know what I was thinking? I was thinking Christmas. Where was he? What did her family come over and he had to go out? And I was just thinking about that earlier on. You know, because this has gone for months, you know. I know Uncle Jamal, not personally, but I always see him on a Sunday. And obviously, like, you could tell that, you know, he's not well as well, you know, like, you know,
Brother,
he's
he's been here
ill as
since
well. He's got many
2002.
medical conditions as well. Huh? Sorry?
2002 or 2003 he's been here in the UK.
Yeah, you know, I think some brothers, I think it was you, brother, who was talking. He's got the right to remain here or something like that.
Because
So
after so long, I think
yeah, of course, it's
it's
10
over 10
years,
years or
bro.
12 years.
Isn't it 10 years?
Yeah, it's 10 years or 12 years, yeah. But there was a
Yeah.
legislation out, yeah, that if anybody, I think
But
it was
brother,
before
do you know what it is?
2013.
Do you know what it is? They know what it is. Let me tell you something. They look at your behavior as well.
Who?
If you've been arrested, if you're not being arrested, the Home Office.
Bro, if he was arrested, he would have got deported back home straight away. So
I know what I'm saying, but you know his papers and stuff like that could get delayed because they will look into the, you know. But obviously, look, Uncle Jamal
one's
goes
done
to
it for the last
Speaker's
6 years,
Corner.
bro.
He's quite well
No one's
known.
done it
Sorry?
in the last 6 years. The last 6 years, no one's done nothing with his paperwork.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, nobody listens to him, bro. If the Muslims don't listen to him, do you think?
The people that have done it, the solicitors he's been with 3 or 4 solicitors, and literally it was a case of, you know, they just fobbed him off basically.
Brother, you know, let me tell you something. The Saudis would come and take videos and selfies of him, make laugh at him and stuff like that. They would just come, you know what I mean? It's just now these plights come to. Sorry?
They don't help him, do they?
No, of course not. They don't help. Would you think them? You know, certain individuals that come, they didn't want to salam him. Do you understand? They probably now now they know about him. They would probably, but you know what I mean. Like, but it's deep. It's deep how his situation has just been brought to light right now.
One other thing, brother, we're going to just want to clarify, yeah? We're not just going to give him the money and say, look, here, go and do what you want with it, yeah? That money basically is going to be there for what, you know, his normal needs, yeah? You know, because obviously, you know, he might have to wait a little bit till he actually gets some sort of income, yeah, for as a benefit or anything, yeah? Okay? But the benefit side's not the issue, yeah, because that money's there. The main issue is, yeah, to get him to get hospital treatment or NHS treatment. That's the first and utmost priority, yeah? So it's not, I know somebody was saying before, yeah, that don't just give him the money, give him it in dribs and drabs, yeah. The intention wasn't just to get the money and say, here's the money, go and do what you want with it kind of thing, yeah. It was more of a case of,
brother, they were talking, Sid was talking about he didn't have a jacket, yeah. He himself, do you know what he was saying? They didn't let him speak because there was like I don't know, so many people surrounding him. He was saying himself, if you go back to one of the Arabs, they were making fun of me. Nobody tried to come and help me. You know what I mean? So I know what you're trying to say. What I'm trying to say is that the jacket, you know, like somebody should go with him and buy him a jacket. Go with him. You know what I mean? Because maybe he doesn't want. Maybe he needs the money for something else, or you know, he's too shy about it, or you never know. The language barrier. There's many things.
No, Sid's given him £500 today anyway. I told him.
I saw that, bro. I saw that. Yeah, but they should have gone with him to buy a jacket. Do you know how cold it is, bro?
Yeah,
I think just down the corner. Everything's on sale. They could have taken him and buy him a nice jacket. You know, like I don't understand. They all.
Do you know what it was, bro?
Yeah,
it was here the moment thing, innit?
I'm not complaining, bro. I'm not complaining. I'm not digging at anybody. But I'm just saying, you know, I understand what you're saying about the money freezing outside, bro. I don't know where he is. I think some brothers are with him, but he needs a jacket, bro. He needs a jacket. Anyway. Inshallah, yeah. Inshallah, they will get sorted out. Inshallah.
Well, brothers, big up everyone for joining in and giving your thoughts on this. Alhamdulillah. It makes me proud as well to see how everybody mobilized and got involved and cooperated. Alhamdulillah.
Do you feel left out, reactionary?
Not really.
I'm only joking, bro.
No. Actually, the fact that you can interact on social media, you're actually part of it, so you weren't left out.
No, I was saying, yeah, and I would have liked you to be, you know, like, you know, there going that kind of thing. But I'm so like you said, yeah, you know, because you actually been to the park as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
You met this guy as well, but it just shows, man. If we all put our heads together, it can be done. But it's even
Yeah,
it's
it
even better
makes
now
you
what you're
think
doing
as
now.
well that how did we not know about it before? How can we spot it in the future? You know what I mean? This type of thing. So
Yeah,
But
it's
it's even
true.
good,
Yeah.
man. You're promoting it today on your channel as well. That's even better for us. At least,
yeah.
you're there.
Pakistani atheist says, as the law stands, a 10-year illegal immigrant will remain illegal unless they can ascertain a way to lawfully regularize their status in the UK.
Yeah, basically, he needs proof of that he's been here. Yeah, which is fine. Yeah, which is his bloody correspondence that he's got from the medical, from the NHS and stuff. So that corresponds to that.
The legal right to enter and remain in the UK can only be obtained through a formal application to the Home Office and depends on your individual circumstances. If
Well,
you've
he's
been
from
living in
Palestine
the UK,
anyway.
if you've been living in the UK unlawfully, you may be able to regularize your status by applying to the Secretary of State to grant a period of discretionary leave outside the immigration rules. One of the more common applications for discretionary leave is where you can show strong connections and family in the UK and where deporting you would impact your human rights. In these circumstances, you may be able to apply to regularize your immigration status under Article 8 of the European Convention on Human Rights.
Yeah, so basically,
Brexit,
because he's from Palestine, because he's from Palestine, that's his human rights. If he goes back there, he's going to have problems. So that's his human rights to stay in this country, in shortcut.
Yeah. Oh, so he's probably got Palestinian travel documents. So
no, he's got he's registered. They know that he's from Palestine.
He's not Egyptian. Although he lived in Egypt, he has what's called travel documents, not a
but he's from Palestine.
Yeah, it makes sense. Okay.
So that's why they're not going to send him back anyway. They won't, because of the fact that with all the problems going on over there, they're not going to deport him back because he needs medical care as well. And under the Geneva Convention for Human Rights Act, the British government have to give him medical care in the UK. And because of that medical care, and he's been here so long, they have to be entitled. He has to be a British citizen as well. So automatically he'll qualify under the act. It's just getting the right paperwork.
Okay. That's good. Khorasani Yoon says, I wish they'd just send me to Palestine. LOL. Yeah. Good. All right. Well, I don't plan to stay on much longer. If there's anybody who's got something to say, I'll read your comments out. Fighting Talk says, does leaving the EU mean the Human Rights Act will be removed?
No.
Why not?
Hey?
Well, it depends, doesn't it?
No, it depends. No. But this country will have its own Human Rights Act as well.
The Bill of Rights is what they were talking about, if I remember correctly.
But they won't get rid of the human rights, Because what happens if you're a British citizen and you go to another country, okay, and for whatever reason you're in prison, then the Human Rights Act falls under that jurisdiction as well. So they can't just get rid of it. Like you get people in, like foreigners, don't they, going abroad, being sentenced, attacked, I don't know, foreign prison.
The thing is that I believe what I understand, the European Human Rights Act has to be ratified in the UK in Parliament. So it's part of UK law. Unless they remove it from the UK law, it will still continue to apply, even after Brexit. So,
and if they do get rid of it reactionary, that means every other British citizen that gets stuck in another country for any, in prison for any whatever crime, if they get rid of it here, then that Human Rights Act doesn't apply to them in that country. So let's just say, they get stuck in Indonesia anyway, and if they want to sentence them for death for whatever reason, right, they can't stop it under the Human Rights Act. So they've got to have it in this country to allow it for their citizens abroad. So it's not easy just to get rid of it just like that.
Yeah. So I think if you can take a note of what Pakistani atheist is saying in the chat, it sounds quite important. So it's important that any case you put forward for discretionary leave is accurate and comprehensive, evidencing, for example, an established family life, lengthy UK residence, and a clean criminal record.
Yep.
If this is granted, you gain the right to live and work in the UK. Okay. The only issue is there a fast track process or an emergency process that needs to be looked at?
Yeah, there is a fast track. But basically, the fast track process is as long as they accept to look at it, Okay, you'll get certain they get, like, you know, when certain people get caught in this country, illegal immigrants, and they send them, you know, to a detention place. Yeah, they give them a card, don't they? You can, you get so much, and you know, and you're entitled to certain things. That's what he needs at the moment to get that thingy for the NHS. He's not going to get a British citizenship in the next 3 months. It's going to be a long process, but it's the NHS care that he needs urgently. That's
the reference number and stuff.
What he needs to get for. Yeah, the reference number for that. Yeah. And his reference number will be when they accept that case, basically. That'll be his case number.
Got it. And you mentioned Buddha helped out, right?
Yeah. He basically, you know, I spoke to him because what it was is, I wasn't sure with the condition of Uncle Jamal, funnily enough, what he said to me was, look, he deals with a lot of homeless people, Buddha, okay? So, you know, give thanks to that guy as well, He actually deals with a lot of homeless people. And he said, look, I could put him up here somewhere, even though he's got this, you know, immigration status. There's people I can get in touch with that can help. And the best way around it, is, go down the legal route. But to get his medical thing, let's just get him under the Human Rights Act straight away. Because basically that letter that they've given saying that they're not going to give him any medical care, it just means that they're just going to let him die. Technically, that's what they mean, without giving him care.
Yeah.
And they can't do that.
Yeah. Correct.
You know, it's the UK, mate. You know, we're not in bloody India, Pakistan, or Bangladesh, where you got to pay for it, We're in the UK, and you've got certain rights here, and it falls under the Human Rights Act, definitely. So that's the best way to get around it at the moment. So that's why I've said to them, don't get in touch with the Home Office. There's no point, because they'll say, well, you said this, said that, and he has got paperwork there because they've taken his fingerprints. So it means that they've got evidence of him being here.
Yeah.
And that the fingerprints they've taken is probably over 6 years old.
And there's probably video footage from YouTube that goes back a few years to show he's been here a while.
And for him to prove that he's lived somewhere, well, for him to get his paperwork documents, he will have had to give an address for for his previous things. So he has got a place. Now, how he stays or funds himself, because he's not had any public funds, they can't use that against him, saying that he's received public funds. So, you know, yes, he's homeless, but what is he supposed to do? What else is he supposed to do? And to be honest, nobody's explained to him properly. That's why he's in this problem. Because he should have had this wrapped up at least 3-4 years ago.
Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. I'm going to leave it there. Islamophobe, you TV, have you got anything you want to talk about, or that's it?
I think you guys covered everything. No, to be honest with you. Hopefully he gets all the help that he needs, inshallah.
I think this event, or this what's happened over the past day,
it's been great. You know, the Muslims uniting and raising that much, mashallah.
I think it's newsworthy as well.
Of course,
if there's any journalists out there, maybe we should write to some of the papers and say you should cover this. All the footage is there online anyway.
Of course, especially with that was quite quick. I'm sure if it's I think it's extended, right? The funding, the donation.
That's what they're looking at doing, isn't it?
Yeah, we're just going to carry it on now. It's just going to carry on now.
Yeah.
Because that 5,000 we had to hit to draw money out of it, but it doesn't matter how much it goes on now, so it's fine now.
Oh, look at this. Pakistani atheist has said, if Uncle Omar requires a place to stay for the time being, I have a few empty buy-to-let properties, but they're in the west of Yorkshire. He's free to stay, free of charge, for as long as it takes for him to sort things out. Yeah, Allah bless you, Pakistani atheists.
Yeah, it's good of him as well, yeah. But
we actually asked him how
is Uncle Jamal willing to go up to Yorkshire?
Pakistani atheists, how can we get in touch with you if we need to? Or how can Surfaz get in touch?
Or if you want to give me a ring on Hangouts, I don't know if you could, or message me or something, or send me an invite or a link or something. Or maybe, I don't know, if you can drop him on this back chat and I can get his details that way. I don't know.
Yeah, let me send the link out quickly.
It's good to see everybody getting together, guys. This is the main thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, brother. Yeah, what's your name, brother? I haven't done. Sorry?
Faz.
Okay, Faz. Nice to meet you, brother.
Jazakallah, bro. Yeah, man, it's really nice, man, to get everyone together actually, because it's a change,
it's good to
rather
get
than
your input as well. It's good to get your input and stuff like that. You know, it's good that all the brothers come together, the sisters as well. They all donated. They're all coming to help us. Mashallah, it's very good.
and thanks to all the non-Muslims as well. Yeah, there's been Sikh brothers, Christian brothers, sisters, everybody. Yeah,
Oh yeah. Sorry to not
everybody,
mention them. Yeah, definitely. Those are non-Muslim.
as well, they've done a lot as well.
And if they're listening in, it's a great job that even them they come around and support Uncle Jamal. Is good.
Fighting Talk says I think he has a place now. We saw it on Guidance Avenue. Yeah, there was somebody in the restaurant with them who was going to put him up for a period.
Oh, that's good. That's good. As long as he's got a place.
Oh, what is the thing? Yeah, this old lady's not his mother, by the way. Okay.
Yeah, I know. I don't know who mentioned that. Obviously, his mother's not going to be around.
Oh, because no, they said she's a mother.
All right.
They didn't mean she's his mother, but it just came out.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Just wanted to clarify that, because people will be like, well, if his mother's here, well, what's the problem?
Yeah. Because I was trying to figure out if she's 78 and he's how old? 59. Well, it's possible she could be his mother, but it sounded a bit odd.
Right, brother, reactionary. I'm going to get off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Jazakallah for having me anyway.
Yeah, me too, bro. Okay. I'm going to go. And thanks for coming on, Sir Faz. Thank you as well, Islamophobe TV. Big up. And to all the viewers out there,
Walaikum salam.
And to all the viewers out there in internet land, thank you for watching. Appreciate your time. Yeah, it's best. As much as I want to stay on, I'll end up staying on all night, so I better come off. Pakistani Atheist says, I've sent my email address on the back check. Can you see it? Let me check. Yep, got it. Thanks for that. I'll send that to Sir Faz. Get him to contact you. Appreciate it. Okay, everyone. I'm gonna get going. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Wa sallallahu wa sallam ala nabiyyina Muhammad.